So I found this hilarious. Michael Chandler has called out Arman Tsarukyan. I like Michael Chandler. I still do. I think he's got a good heart. I think he's got a good heart. I don't find him smart, but he's got a good heart. Bars. But yeah, I don't. Oh man, it's frustrating when he makes these when he says shit like this. He has no right to call out Arman. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. We should know this by now. He has no right. He lost to Charles. He's entertaining. He's fun. But what the heck? Maybe they do give Arman Michael Chandler. I'm just thinking that Arman should look to fight Michael Chandler. Arman should definitely look to fight Michael Chandler. He should. Okay, he should. Because if Arman could get past the early Michael Chandler storm, which is just Michael Chandler fucking running at you with straight punches, then Arman should be able to control Michael Chandler throughout the rest of the fight. He should. Like I said, I don't going forward with Arman fights, I'm not. The only thing that concerns me about Arman Tsarukyan is just his nerves. It's his. It's all it is. It's how assured of himself he is going into his next fight, because he hasn't fought Michael Chandler before, and I don't know if he's going to be nervous. He shouldn't be, because Michael Chandler, while very strong, like I said, it isn't very smart when it comes to fight IQ. He likes to throw shit out the window and just run at you. But sometimes he is successful in running at people. But a lot of the times he also isn't. So Arman should be able to win this fight. I just think he has to get past the early Michael Chandler storm, like I said. But yeah, Arman should look to fight Mike. I just don't think that. I feel like this is so out of place for Michael Chandler. And maybe it's because I'm overlooking Michael Chandler again. But just because of how effectively he got controlled by Charles Oliveira. He had a moment where he almost finished Charles, like he had Charles on the back foot and he was clipping Charles with a couple punches. But I don't think, man, it's very hard for him to get to that point. Especially if the person he's fighting against has good striking. Yeah, so you know what? I was gonna start this video saying that this is not the fight to make. I'm gonna now say this is the fight to make. I think they should book Arman versus Charles, but like I said in the previous video, I still think that Islam moves out of the division and Charles and Arman fight for the interim title. I think Dana is saying that he's not going to do it. He's not going to give Arman a title shot, but I think, the vacancy, with the vacancy and everything and how close Arman was to a title shot, they may do Arman versus Charles too for an interim belt. That leaves Michael Chandler open to fight, I don't know, Max Holloway. I don't know, because Gaethje is already fighting Dan Hooker. And maybe Pimblett fights Mike. I don't know. But yeah, Michael Chandler, bottom line, Michael Chandler calls out Arman Tsarukyan. Arman, I don't think Arman responded. I don't think Arman probably will respond. Again, it's because of how out there this call out is. Dustin Poirier did respond, and he did tell Mike to shut up, but I didn't think that was incredibly newsworthy. But I mean, who knows? They could do Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler too. I don't think that's really an interesting fight. I think Dustin will win it just because of the superiority of his boxing compared to Michael Chandler's. Unless Mike will try to make it like a wrestling match or some shit like that. Mike will get outclassed again. But the main topic of this video is Arman and Mike, which is a good fight. And I think the Arman Tsarukyan versus Michael Chandler fight does happen if Islam doesn't move out of the division. And if it does happen, I think the fight kind of just depends on Arman's nerves and if Arman Tsarukyan can survive the early Michael Chandler storm, which I think he will. And I think he will go on to just control Michael Chandler through grappling and some really good striking as well throughout the rest of the fight. And that'll be that. But overall, you let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next.